Hello again. I thought I'd share with you this week some wildlife footage from my back garden. The garden in this video is in winter and it's in a semi-rural village on a new build estate. It's been interesting to watch as the wildlife has gradually moved in to my wildlife garden over the past 3 years, from it being a relatively inert lawn. So here we've got a blackbird visiting in midwinter and having some mealworms and some suet pellets, both of which blackbirds love, and it's feeding from a repurposed hawk bath from back in the days when I kept hawks. Over the next few weeks I'm going to be doing some more interviews, and then join me in August as we go on a photographic safari to Brazil, where I'll be visiting the Pantanal, one of the world's finest wetlands for wildlife. But in the meantime, let's look at some wildlife footage, and I hope you like watching these images. I do love using trail cams because you get an entirely new perspective on wildlife so close up. Here we've got a male pied wagtail and the blackbird from the previous shot. You can tell it's winter because there's hardly any growth in the garden and the soil is all poached from where I go into it every day to set up bird food and the camera. But here you can see that the blackbird is obviously dominant to the pied wagtail, who can't get near the food. He keeps on circling, but the blackbird just won't let him feed, and that is the case until the blackbird eventually leaves, which we'll see next. In this shot we see that the blackbird is finally full up and then flies away, and the pied wagtail sees his chance and dashes in for a mealworm. In early summer in the garden I came across some hedgehog droppings. Immediately I started to put some food out, and imagine my delight when I saw this footage of not one but 2 hedgehogs in the back garden. I'm amazed by the commercially available foods that you can get for hedgehogs nowadays. On the first night I sprinkled some mealworms in the area and they were gone the next day. So then I dug out of the shed some food bowls and some water bowls, and I laid them out here, and hey presto, the hedgehogs returned. In this video you can see that there seems to be a skirmish going on. I'm not sure whether this is an example of what ecologists call intra-specific food competition, or whether actually they're male and female. I need to read up on hedgehogs. But anyway, one of the hedgehogs is actually headbutting the other one out of the way, presumably to have all access to the food. One of them is circling the other one, and has a slight sniff at the nether regions of the slightly bigger hedgehog. Oh, and there we have a fight. Wonderful to see. In this video, taken a few minutes later, the hedgehogs seem to have accepted each other. The one on the left feeding from the water bowl, the other one from the food bowl. As you can see, the one on the right is slightly larger than the one on the left. And now the one on the left is feeding from the same bowl. The one on the right is still slightly reluctant to have the one on the left so near feeding from the same bowl, but yeah, they do seem to have accepted each other a bit more. I put the wildlife trail cam out pretty much every night, and I was dismayed to find that after 4 months of pretty intensive usage from February through to June, that the trail cam basically packed in and wouldn't film at night. The hedgehogs are still around, and the trail cam is still good for filming birds during the day at the bird feeding station that I have, but sadly not the hedgehogs at night. So it seems that the trail cam was worth about £80, and that can really be said to be the lower price range for trail cam products, and there's a bewildering array available. Please subscribe to the channel and help it grow. Thank you.